love them. I love those puppies so much. So my husband picks me up from the hair salon this evening, and he has both of them in the car. They're barking like just, they just barking. There's a lady, I'm talking to my hairdresser getting ready to walk out of the shop, and my husband's like parked right out front. There's a lady and somebody else, and they're just standing at the car with my husband. My husband got the window down, and the dogs is out the window. And the lady's just patting them, and she just patting them. And my hairdresser says, she says, my client is at your car. I said, it's okay. Because I could see what was happening, like right in front of me, right? And when I come out the door, the lady's coming in the door. So we're kind of holding the door for each other. And she tells me, she says, oh, I love them. Talking about the dogs. She said, I just lost my dog. She said, I miss it so much. And I was just so sad for her to hear. I don't know the lady. I don't know who she is. But she said, I love them. She's talking about my dogs. And so I can understand why she was all in my car. She didn't care. She didn't care. She was all up in the car. And I didn't care she was in the car. My husband didn't care. You know, he had the window down for her. The dogs was looking at her, touching her and stuff. And she said, I love them so much. She said, I miss my dog so much. And my heart just hurt so much for her to hear her say that. And I told my husband what she said. He said, oh, did she say that? I said, yeah, she did. He said, oh, man. He said she was so happy to see the dogs. He said when she came up to the window, the windows was up. He said she basically told me, roll your window down. I need to see these babies. And my heart just really, really hurt for that lady when she said that. I didn't like to hear it. So we're on the freeway. And this car, it looked kind of like, I guess we can say old or beat up. I don't know. All of a sudden, this car, if the traffic is just sitting at a standstill, we're just all sitting there. We're moving, but we're moving slow. Okay. All of a sudden, this car is on the side. You know where the side rail is. Zoom. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness. And my husband said, you know they crazy, right? He said something like that. And my husband's like, where are they trying to go? But since I was in the passenger seat, I could look this way. And then I seen them get back into the traffic. They drove for a long time on the side, like they were like completely nuts. And I was doing like this because I'm on the passenger side. So the people wind up getting back in traffic. Look at that jiggle. So as they got back into traffic, I forgot about the car. But we seen what they did. I forgot about them. Maybe 10 minutes later, we're at a stop sign or a stoplight. And I tell my husband, I say, there's the car. Listen, y'all. I tell my husband, I say, there's the car that was just speeding. He says, it is. Right? So we're all like looking. All of a sudden, there's two ladies in the car. And there's a car in the other lane. We're behind the car. Okay. The car across from them. There's two ladies in the car. They start talking to the people in the car next to them. And next thing you know, you see them doing this and doing like this and look like they're arguing at the people in the car next to them. And so me and my husband watching and we thinking, what's happening? Like something is about to go down. Like what's going on? I'm looking here. I'm looking there. I'm looking at this car. I'm looking at that car. My husband is doing this. He doing that. And then I decide to look at the people that was next to me. It's a lady next to me. And she's like, she looked like she's terrified. She like this. right? So I tell my husband, I bump him. I say, look at her, because she's looking crazy too. She watched them. All of a sudden, the driver gets out, and she in the back of her car, and she's yelling at the people in the car across from her. But she jumps back into the driver's seat, and then the passenger jumps out and start like twerking, like booty shaking, like boom, 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 boom. I said, what is happening here? I said, this is nuts. Y'all listen. I said, this is nuts. I said, what's happening? So I look at the lady that's beside us that was looking like this, and she was so terrified. Now she's laughing at the lady. She bent over and she boom, 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 boom. I mean, she's breaking it down in the middle of the street. And I'm thinking, what's happening? And my husband said, he said, they on something, baby. He said, they on something real hard. And I said, my goodness. All of a sudden, the people that was across from that car started recording them. I said, look, this is about to be on Facebook or something. I did. I said, it's going to be all over social media. And then the person in the car that was acting crazy, they got their phone out and they doing like this. And I thought, I hope they don't shine it back at us. But so the light turns green and they zoomed off. And I just thought, on a serious note, from this point on a serious note, I started thinking, like, I hope they about to be okay. Because they was driving like they didn't have a care in the world. I mean, they was driving like wasn't nobody else on the road. It was funny as all get out. Yes, it was funny, but it was also scary. It was nuts. My husband said, man, they on something hard, baby. And lady got out like, boom. She was breaking it down. And I said, what is happening? And so she had like her behind towards the car. And she was shaking it and breaking it down. And the lady was recording her. I'm like, is this how it goes down? Was Teddy Riley there? Oh no. I know I was there to see it all go down. That coffee got her good now. Yeah, I think I might not be yawning for the rest of the night, Ron. You knew somebody was recording. And what's funny is nowadays everybody's recording. We couldn't believe it. That's too much. My husband said they look like I ain't gonna tell you. That's good. Y'all heard the story. You heard enough of the story. It is. That's nuts, Derek Eads, isn't it? Eula said, I'm like Mr. Young. They on something, baby. They was, and it was scary. Because, like I said, after they finally pulled off, all I could think is, where are they going? What's going to happen? Estella said, I saw on there where somebody was letting off fireworks in the back of the truck riding down the freeway. People are, I know. People are, pew.